This story begins on the surface of the moon. The moon is not empty, it is alive. Ancient wolf spirits live there, glowing like the northern lights. These spirits are not just beautiful, they are powerful. Together, they send magical energy down to the earth below. On Earth, a princess stands alone in her palace. She feels something strange in the air. Suddenly, a wave of glowing energy washes over her. Her body begins to change. Fur spreads across her skin. Her hands turn into paws. She has become a wolf woman. Back on the moon, the spirits continue their ritual. They send wave after wave of energy down to the planet. But then, something goes wrong. A tiny spirit named Moap-Poo arrives on the moon in a little space car. He is just a baby, curious and clumsy and full of energy. The moment he arrives, he starts causing chaos. He bumps into things. He knocks over everything he touches. His mother sees this and gives him a firm look. "Behave yourself," she tells him. "I have to finish the ritual." Moap-Poo nods and promises to be quiet. His mother turns back to her work, and the spirits continue sending their energy to Earth. But at that same moment, something dark begins to stir. A powerful wolf witch named Max is watching from below. She has created a red magical portal, and it begins to pull at the moon spirit's energy like a vacuum. The spirits feel their power draining away. They panic. And in the chaos, little Moap-Poo gets pulled toward the portal too. His mother screams. The spirits rush together and use all their strength to save him. They pull Moap-Poo back to safety, but the damage is done. Max has stolen a piece of their power, and the balance between the moon and the Earth has been shaken. That was the past. Now, we move to the present. Life on Earth has settled into something resembling normal, or at least normal by werewolf standards. In a busy town, a secret werewolf pack lives among the people. During the day, they look just like everyone else, but when the full moon rises, they transform into powerful wolves and protect their community from danger. The leader of this pack is a tall, confident wolf named Flashart Lupin. He is strong, respected, and always in control, and he has a son named Freddy. Freddy is not exactly what people expect from the son of a pack leader. When the full moon rises and every other werewolf transforms into something fierce and powerful, Freddy turns into a poodle, not a wolf, not even close. A small, fluffy, curly-haired poodle. Despite this, Freddy is brave. He goes on every patrol with his father, his Uncle Hotspur, and his best friend Batty. He tries his hardest. He never gives up, but he can feel the way the other wolves look at him, with pity, or worse, with amusement. Freddy wants to prove himself more than anything in the world. One night, the pack is out on patrol when they see a giant zeppelin floating in the sky. Fireworks hit the side of the airship. Sparks fly everywhere. The massive balloon starts to tilt and fall. Flashart makes a quick decision. He tells the pack to move in and save the passengers, but he tells Freddy to stay back. It's too dangerous. He says, Freddy is not ready. Freddy watches his father disappear into the night, and his heart sinks. But then the airship changes direction. It spins out of control and heads straight for the town. There is no time to wait for his father. Freddy and Batty look at each other. They have to do something. The two of them race after the zeppelin. They climb up the side of the huge airship, clinging to the ropes as the wind howls around them. Freddy has an idea. If he uses his claws to punch holes in the gas bag, the airship will slowly come down to the ground. It sounds like a good plan. It is not a good plan. The moment Freddy's claws pierce the fabric, the gas explodes out of the holes. The zeppelin goes wild. It rockets across the city at terrifying speed, spinning and zigzagging between buildings. Freddy is thrown off the side but manages to grab a handle at the last second. He holds on for his life. The airship crashes through road signs. It tears through a garden full of thorns. It spins past rooftops and chimneys, dragging Freddy along with it. Finally, the little poodle spots a solid rock at the edge of a power station. He grabs onto it and pulls with everything he has. The zeppelin groans. It slows down. And then, with a final shudder, it stops. The passengers climb out, shaken but safe. Freddy collapses on the ground, out of breath and covered in scratches. He looks up at Batty and grins. They did it. Back at the secret werewolf base, Freddy expects a hero's welcome. He saved those people. He stopped the airship. He risked his life. Instead, the other wolves are watching the news on television. The footage shows the airship zooming across the city. It shows Freddy dangling from the handle, spinning wildly out of control. It shows the chaos he caused along the way. The wolves burst out laughing. Freddy's face falls. Then his father walks in. Flashart does not laugh. He is angry. He tells Freddy that werewolves must keep their existence a secret. By chasing that airship so publicly, Freddy put the whole pack at risk. He should have stayed behind. He should have listened. Freddy cannot stand it anymore. He turns and storms out of the room. Batty follows him. She puts her hand on his shoulder and tells him gently that the only way to earn real respect is to be himself, not try to be something he is not. It is good advice, honest, and kind. But Freddy is not in the mood to hear it. His eyes drift to a drawing on the garden wall. It shows wolf spirits on the moon, sending their energy down through a magical rock called the Summoning Stone. Freddy stares at it for a long time. Then he makes a decision. Freddy finds the Summoning Stone in a wide valley surrounded by mountains. He stands in front of it, takes a deep breath, and speaks. "I want to be a real wolf," he says. "If I am a wolf, they will respect me. Please, change me." The moon spirits hear him. They consider his request, but they do not grant it. The reason Freddy is a poodle is something he must discover on his own, they decide. They cannot give him the answer by just handing him a transformation. But Moat Poo is watching from above. The little moon spirit looks down at Freddy, this small, determined, lonely kid, and feels something pull at his heart. He reaches into the moon's magic and throws it toward the earth. The energy hits Freddy like a wave. His body stretches, his fur darkens, his paws grow larger. He stands up straighter, and when he looks down at his reflection in a puddle, he sees a wolf staring back at him. He throws his head back and howls. Meanwhile, the energy that Mop Poo used to help Freddy pulls the little spirit right off the moon. He tumbles through the sky and lands on Earth with a soft thud. Batty, who had been watching from a distance, feels a deep sense of dread. She knew something like this would happen. Freddy runs back to the base, full of excitement and pride. He transforms in front of the whole pack and shows off his new wolf form. But the moment everyone should be looking at Freddy, Moat Poo appears from behind a bush. The entire pack goes completely silent. They have never seen a moon spirit in person. They gather around the glowing creature with wide eyes. Freddy explains that he went to the Summoning Stone and made a wish, and Moat Poo granted it. The reaction is not what Freddy hoped for. The older wolves look at each other with expressions of alarm. One of them steps forward and tells a story. Years ago, a young woman named Max was part of the pack. She was short and different, and the others never fully respected her. So she went to the Summoning Stone and opened a powerful magical portal to absorb energy from the moon spirits. She almost pulled Moat Poo out of the sky that day. His mother barely saved him in time. The spirits were so angry that they took away Max's wolf transformation as punishment. She disappeared into the wilderness and was never seen again. But everyone in the pack has always believed that if she ever found out a moon spirit was on Earth, she would come back for revenge. And now, Moat Poo is on Earth. Before anyone can decide what to do, Moat Poo darts out of the base and escapes into the night. The whole pack runs after him. In the confusion, Freddy and Batty break away to search on their own. They spot Moat Poo on the roof of a nearby mansion, bouncing around and laughing. They try to catch him. They really do. But the little spirit is too fast, too unpredictable, and too powerful. After a frustrating chase, Freddy and Batty admit they need backup. They go into town and find their dog friends, Twitchy, H, and Bruno. Freddy explains everything. He tells them about Moat Poo, about Max, and about the danger they are all in. Then he tells them what they need to do. "We have to find Max," Freddy says. "She is the only one who knows how to open a portal to the moon. If we can get the spell from her, we can send Moat Poo home before anyone gets hurt." H agrees without hesitation. He takes everyone down into the city sewers, where he has a hidden base covered in old maps and drawings. On one of the walls, there is a faded drawing of a place called the Great Mist, a dark forest hidden far from the town. Max has been living there all along. The group makes a plan, but before they can leave, two wolves from the pack show up to bring Freddy home. H quickly triggers a secret exit, and the whole group slips back into the city. It is now morning. The sun is rising. Freddy shifts back into his human form, standing in the street without any clothes. He rummages through a nearby bin and pulls together a makeshift outfit. They all climb onto a bus and head for the Great Mist. Hours later, they arrive at the edge of a massive, dark forest. The trees are twisted and tall. Strange sounds echo through the mist. The whole place feels like it is watching them. Almost immediately, they begin triggering traps. Sharp darts fly from the trees. A massive log swings down from above and nearly crushes them. An electric force field blocks their path and sends sparks flying in every direction. H has had enough. He wants to turn back, but Freddy stops everyone and reminds them what is at stake. If Moat Poo stays on Earth too long, without moon energy to feed on, he will fade away and disappear forever. Moat Poo, who is sitting nearby and listening, understands what Freddy is saying. Fear flashes across his tiny glowing face, and then, without warning, he emits a huge burst of energy that blasts a path straight through the electric force field. The group looks at each other, then they walk through. Deep in the forest, the sky grows dark again. Freddy transforms back into his wolf form, but Moat Poo is getting weaker with every passing hour. The light in his body is dimming. He is running out of energy. There is one reserve left, the moon energy stored inside Freddy. If Moap Poo absorbs it, he can survive. But Freddy will lose his wolf form forever and go back to being a poodle. Moap Poo refuses. He will not take Freddy's transformation away from him. The group decides to rest for the night. As Moap Poo sleeps, his dreams spill out into the forest like mist. The whole group watches in silence as the little spirit's memories take shape around them. They see him playing on the surface of the moon, spinning and laughing. Then his mother appears. He runs to her. She wraps her arms around him and sings a soft, gentle lullaby. The group watches this in silence. No one says a word, but every single one of them feels the same thing. They have to get Moap Poo home. Their rest does not last long. A creature called Gargar bursts through the trees. It is enormous, a flying, bat-like monster with wide, dark wings and glowing red eyes. Freddy steps in front of the others and challenges it. He tells everyone to run and get Moap Poo to safety. Freddy throws his best punch straight at the creature's eye. Nothing happens. Gargar barely flinches. Then the monster turns and chases Freddy and Batty through the forest. More creatures join in. They are completely surrounded, trapped in the middle of a valley with nowhere to go. Then a voice cuts through the darkness. Everyone stops. A woman steps out of the shadows. She is tall and calm, dressed in dark robes, with sharp eyes and an even sharper expression. This is Max. She looks at Freddy and narrows her eyes. She suspects he is a spy for the werewolf pack. She raises her hand and fires a bolt of lightning directly at him. The attack hits. For just a moment, Freddy flickers, and his poodle form flashes through. Max catches it and looks confused. Freddy thinks fast. He tells her that he was thrown out of the pack. He says he summoned the moon spirits and they rejected him, and now he wants revenge. He asks Max to teach him the portal spell. It is a gamble. But Max, who has spent years dreaming of her own revenge, sees something of herself in this story. She agrees to help. While Freddy trains with Max, his friends are deeper in the forest with Moap Poo. But in his sleep, the little spirit has started to absorb something he should not have, the red earth magic that Max used on the forest animals. It begins to change him. His glow turns red. His expression shifts. Something darker takes hold. Freddy, now dressed in a cape he found lying around, begins his training with Max. She teaches him that earth magic is different from moon magic. It does not come from the sky. It rises up from the ground beneath your feet. She shows him how to grow a plant from stone, how to pull energy from the soil. It takes a few tries, but Freddy gets it. He feels the magic moving through him for the first time, and it feels like something clicking into place. He is a natural. Freddy learns quickly. Lesson by lesson, spell by spell, he grows more confident. He wants to learn the portal spell most of all, but Max keeps putting it off. She tells him he is not ready. She tells him to rest. But Freddy knows he is running out of time, so he follows her secretly to the top of a mountain, where he watches her practice spells alone among the rocks. When she leaves, he starts searching her notes for the portal spell himself. Back in the forest, Batty has made an unexpected friend, Gargar, the giant bat. She convinces him to carry her through the forest to find the others. When she arrives, she sees what has happened to Moap Poo. He is absorbing magic he was never meant to have, and it is changing him. Moap Poo hears Freddy's voice at the top of the mountain. The red magic pulls him in that direction. He climbs up to find Freddy, and when the two of them meet, they show each other everything they have learned. Freddy shows off his earth magic. Moap Poo crackles with stolen red energy. For a moment, it feels almost like playing. Then Batty arrives, and her face is full of fear. She tells Freddy what is happening. Moap Poo has used up all his remaining energy. His body is starting to disappear. If they do not open a portal soon, he will be gone forever. And then Max appears. She has figured out what Freddy was really doing. She knows he lied to her. She knows he used her trust to learn the portal spell. She is furious, and she tells him so, loudly, coldly, and with a great deal of lightning. Freddy does not run. He tells her the truth. He came here to save his friend. He did use her trust, and he is sorry. But the friendship he felt was real. He learned from her, and he respects her, and he wants to make things right. Max goes quiet. She looks at the forest around her. At the animals she transformed over the years. She always believed they were her friends. But looking at them now, the way they flinch when she raises her hand, the way they scatter when she raises her voice, she realizes they are not friends. They are afraid of her. That realization changes something inside her. She tells Freddy she will help him. Max does not have enough power left to create a portal on her own. but together, she and Freddy might manage it. She teaches him how to invoke the lunar runes, ancient symbols that can tear open a passage between Earth and the moon. She also warns him clearly, if the spell is done wrong, it will not just fail. It will cause a gravitational collapse. The moon and the Earth will be pulled toward each other and collide. Freddy looks at Moap Poo, who is barely glowing anymore, and nods. Let's do it, he says. The two of them stand together and begin the spell. The runes light up one by one. The air begins to hum. A spiral of light tears open in the sky, and a glowing portal to the moon appears above them. It works. And then Max betrays them. In a single motion, she conjures chains of magic that bind Freddy, Batty, and all their friends. She lifts them off the ground and traps them in a force field. Her expression is cold again. The warmth is gone. She explains calmly that she never intended to help them. She opened the portal for one reason, to drain every last drop of power from the moon spirits and become the most powerful being who has ever existed. She reaches into the portal and begins to pull. The moon spirits scream. Their energy floods into Max. She grows taller, stronger, more powerful. Her wolf form returns to her with a roar. She is becoming something enormous and unstoppable, and the earth begins to shake. Freddy breaks free. He does not know exactly how. Rage and love and desperation all combine into something that shatters the chains around him. He charges at Max. The fight is brutal. Max fires bolts of lightning and hurls boulders the size of houses. Freddy dodges and ducks and throws back every spell he has learned, but she is stronger, much stronger. A massive rock hits Freddy square in the chest. He crashes to the ground and does not get up. Moap Poo sees his friend fall. He runs toward him, only for Max to hurl him away with a single bolt. Then Batty acts. She rallies the others. HH takes off his sunglasses and uses the lens to slice through the force field. One by one, they burst free. They charge at Max together. The dog friends, the werewolves, the entire pack who arrived just in time. And then Batty calls out for Gargar. The giant bat appears with a whole flock of creatures behind him. The battlefield erupts. In the chaos, Moap Poo crawls toward the portal. He is barely alive, but there is moon energy just beyond the opening. If he can reach it, he can absorb enough to survive. Max sees him moving. She raises her hand and fires. Freddy sees it coming. He gets up. He throws himself between Max and Moap Poo and takes the full force of the bolt. And then he does not defend himself. He attacks. He wraps Max in her own magic. He builds a force field around her and squeezes until her spells turn back on her. The lightning coils inward. The power collapses. And with a flash and a crack, Max transforms into a squat, blinking, very confused toad. The battle is over, but it is not finished. The bolt that Max fired at Moap Poo did not miss entirely. It hit him, and the red earth energy that had been building inside him for hours absorbs the lightning and explodes outward. Moap Poo transforms. He grows and grows and grows. He becomes a towering, thundering monster, crashing through the forest with blank red eyes, lashing out at everything around him. The wolves scatter. The bats flee. Even the trees bend away from him. Freddy does not run. He climbs up onto Moap Poo's enormous back and holds on. The monster shakes and roars, but Freddy steadies himself. He thinks back to the night in the forest, to the dream they all witnessed together. He thinks of Moap Poo's mother and the lullaby she sang, and then Freddy begins to sing it, softly at first, just the melody, quiet and simple. Moap Poo's movements slow. Freddy sings it again, a little louder. The red fades from Moap Poo's eyes. The darkness starts to lift. The giant form begins to shrink. The corrupted energy pours out of him in a wave, and as it leaves, the portal begins to close. The gravitational distortion eases. The moon stops trembling. The earth stills beneath their feet. Moap Poo is back. Small and glowing and exhausted, but back. There is one problem. The energy that poured out of Moap Poo took everything with it. He is fading fast. If nothing is done, he will disappear entirely. Freddy knows what he has to do. He reaches inside himself and finds the moon energy, the energy that Moap Poo gave him, the energy that turned him into a wolf. It is his transformation, his dream, the thing he wanted more than anything in the world. He gives it back. The energy flows from Freddy into Moap Poo. The little spirit lights up like a star. His glow returns, warm and steady and gold. He is going to be okay. Freddy stands in his place, fully human now. No wolf, no poodle even, just himself. Moap Poo rises slowly into the air. The portal hums above them, open and waiting. He floats up toward it, and as he goes, he looks down at every face below him. Twitchy, HH, Bruno, Batty, Gargar, the whole pack. And then he looks at Freddy. He reaches out one small, glowing hand. Freddy raises his in return. Moat-Poo smiles, and then he is gone. Up on the moon, the spirits gather once more. Moat-Poo rises through the portal and his mother catches him. She holds him close. The other spirits swirl around them both, glowing with relief and joy. Then Moat-Poo pulls back and looks at his mother with wide, serious eyes. He tells her about Freddy, about what he gave up, about who he really is. His mother listens. She nods slowly. Together, she and Moat-Poo and all the moon spirits reach down toward the earth. They find Freddy standing quietly below, surrounded by his friends, and they send a thread of silver light down through the night sky. It wraps around Freddy softly. He feels it. He looks down at his hands, fur, curls, paws. He is a poodle again, but this time it is different. This time, he is not embarrassed. He is not disappointed. He understands now why he was always a poodle. It was never a mistake. It was never a punishment. It was who he was supposed to be. He looks up at the moon and smiles. Around him, the werewolf pack stands in a circle. Flashart steps forward and looks at his son, not with pity, not with frustration, but with something new. Pride. Deep, genuine, undeniable pride. Freddy stands a little taller.